In this video, I'm going to show you how to extend your backdrop right inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's get into it. So before we jump into Adobe Premiere Pro, I first want to establish the fact that you need to shoot your footage on a tripod. If you're shooting against a backdrop and you want to extend the backdrop, then it's really important that your camera doesn't move, and it's also really important that your settings do not change in the camera. So adjust all of your camera settings to manual, put your camera on a tripod, adjust all of your lighting to the exact same lighting. Don't let your lighting change throughout this scene. And once you've done that, you can now go ahead and film your scene in front of the backdrop. Now, it's really important that when you're filming this footage, that you don't go over the edges of the background. If I take away the editing from this specific shot, you'll notice there's a pole on the left and the right. And if I put my hands out there, then this is really going to affect the editing of this backdrop extension effect. So it's really important that you keep all of the action within the screen. Don't go too far out of the screen. So now that you've got all of your footage, we can take that into Adobe Premiere Pro and begin the editing process. So as you can see, this is some footage of an old video. This is the stroke flicker After Effects video. We're going to go into this nested sequence. And as you can see, we've got our footage and it looks really nice. And above that, we've got a black video, another black video, and an adjustment layer. So I'm just going to turn these all off one by one and show you what they're doing. So the first one is a black video, and that's filling the left side of the screen. The second is another black video that's filling the right side of the screen. The third one is a vignette, and that's going to take the attention away from the edges of the frame. And then last but not least, we've just got some extra color grading. So don't worry about that one for now. We're just going to focus on these three black videos. So as you can see, this is our footage. You can see we've got a light at the top here. We've got these two light stands on the left and the right. So we need to cover them. So you want to go into new item, and then you want to select black video. Press OK on this black video, and then you want to drag that black video onto video layer 2. Now, it's really important that this black video is the same duration as the footage beneath it. So you want to extend that out and make that match up with your footage. Now, you just want to turn that off. So we're going to select the toggle track output, or the eyeball icon. We'll turn that off. We'll go into effects, and we're going to search for tint. So we're going to go Tint is tint, and we'll drop that onto our black video. Now, in the tint, you want to go to map black 2. You want to select the eyedropper tool, and you want to select a color which is just on the left of the screen. So you don't want to touch the black pole. You want to touch the color of the background. So that will turn that black video blue. If we turn this back on, you'll see it's filled the entire screen. We don't want that, of course. So we're just going to turn that off. We're going to zoom out to 50%. And now we're going to go into opacity. Select the free draw bezier tool, or the pen tool if you know it from After Effects, and then we're just going to draw a mask around the left side of the frame. Now try not to get too close to yourself or any other objects in the frame. You just want to cover up that one pole on the left. And if we turn that back on, you'll notice that has created this black solid just on the left. Now, unfortunately, this black solid is completely blatantly obvious. It looks like it's been added in. So we're going to go into black video. We'll go into the mask, and we're going to increase the mask feathering. So we'll increase the feathering to around 150%, say 200. And that's looking a lot better, although it's not quite color matched. So I'm going to go into effects, search for levels. We'll drop levels onto that black video. We'll go down to levels, and in the levels here, we can adjust the brightness of that blue video. So I'm just going to start by pulling down the gamma a touch, and that's going to make the edges just slightly darker. And that looks a lot better. Although I am noticing, though, looking at it, I can still see the black pole just underneath the blue. So in order to correct that, I'm going to go back to the mask, and I'm just going to move this mask over to the left. So I'm just going to expand that over to the left. I'm going to add another point on the right of the mask, just to extend this out just a touch. And that looks a lot better. So now we need to go ahead and do the same for the right side. So we're going to take that black video that we just created. We'll hold Option on the keyboard, select the black video, and we'll just drag that up, holding onto Option, and then let go. So now we've got two black videos, one on the left, and the other one is also on the left. But we need to move that over to the right. So we're going to go into Mask 1, and we're just going to move that entire mask over to the right. And as you can see, that doesn't quite color match the same. So if it doesn't, then you can just go back into levels and you can make some adjustments here. Completely up to you. Or alternatively, you can delete levels. You can change the matte black 2 on that to a color which is closer to the screen on that side. Either way though, once you're happy with the look of that, we can now move on to adding a soft vignette. So we're going to create another black video. Of course, we can just copy and paste the one that we've got on video layer 3. So we'll hold Option, drag that one up to video layer 4. And then on that black video, you just want to delete the mask. You want to delete the tint. You want to delete the levels. So you want this to be completely blank. Now we'll go into opacity and we'll select the Create Ellipse Mask tool. It's the one that looks like a circle. And that will create a circle mask in the middle of our video. So now I'm just going to move that black circle on top of my face. We'll go into Mask 1 and we'll select Inverted. Now we'll just expand this out to the left, expand it out to the right, expand it down a touch. And then we'll just go into Mask Feather and we'll increase the feather to get rid of that hard edge. So we'll increase that all the way up to around 300%. Now we can go down to opacity and we can pull the opacity down just a touch. So we'll pull that to 60%. And there you go. That looks a lot nicer. Of course, though, if you wanted to make this even more believable and you wanted to hide those edges even more, then you can do so by adding in some levels. So we're going to go to our project tab. We're going to create a brand new adjustment layer. So new item adjustment layer. Press OK on this. We'll drag that adjustment layer on top of everything. And same thing again, you want this to be the same duration as everything beneath it. So we'll drag that out to the right. We'll go into effects. Levels should already be sitting there, but if it's not, then search for levels. We'll drop that onto the adjustment layer. And then from here, we're just going to crush the blacks. So we'll go to black input level and we'll pull that up to around 10. Then we'll go to white input level. We'll increase this. And there we go. You can see we've got this really awesome background extension effect happening. So this is the original footage. And with all of the layers applied, we now have an extended backdrop. You can't see those black poles anymore. And that is how you do the backdrop extension effect right inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support and I will see you on the next video. See you there.